Guys, today is the 28th of February 2020 and it's 4 minutes past 6 in the evening over here in the UK, and I've taken a close-up snapshot of the goat's eye in the very beginning of the iPet Goat 2 video because I can see a reflection in the goat's eye of something which some of you may be able to see, but you may need me to point it out before you can see it. So I'm just going to readjust the lines that I've already put in, and that shape there in that center, what you're actually looking at is the helmet of a spacesuit. The dark iris is actually obviously the front of the helmet. Around that, there's a very slight distinct difference between the blues that they've used for the eye, which creates this outline down here where the neck goes and then it comes back in here. You can even see just on the side here there's a slight indentation, really slight adjustments for like the side panel. I'm guessing that's where the air comes in and out. I'll just remove that so you can maybe see that again. It is something that I haven't seen before, but I've always found the goat's eyes, suspicious the way they come out and they become very hypnotic. But it appears that this child goat, which is a kid in a box, essentially a cage, is looking at a man in a spacesuit coming towards him. Now, obviously, spacesuits may not necessarily have anything to do with anything alien, but we do have the spaceship noise in the iPet Goat 2 video as this scene is going on, that kind of sound. At the same time, it could very well be connected to this coronavirus and suggesting that face masks are not enough. You would need to be fully covered, as in hazmat suits. That's the other definition of spacesuit, or other termination for a spacesuit. But clearly, we've got a close-up of the eye, so we're right in the corona, or the iris, the coronavirus. Obviously, we know that that virus can have, or can take effect through the eyes, which throughout the iPet Goat 2 video was shown numerous times. But right there, the front black visor, just there, the surrounding of it, the little ventilation on the side of the helmet just there, and there you have potentially, all along, right in front of our faces, the coronavirus and the suggestion that hazmat suits are required. The reason I even found that, as I look now, I can see it so much more clearly. Just, yeah. The reason I started making this video is because I was going to make a video about the amount of times that the eye is focused on throughout this video. The goat's eye, George Bush, Obama, later on in the scene, at that point there, you can see further down there's more emphasis on the eyes throughout the entire video. We zoom in on various characters' eyes, the boy's eyes for example. We also have a close-up of that child. Sorry about that. We also have a close-up of the child's eye here, even though it's closed. We have the red eyes, which turn dark, suggesting emptiness again. Not really a close-up of the eyes on this one, but a heavy focus because of the amount of shifting that they're doing. The girl, obviously, when she turns around, we get the close-up of her eyes. And in this scene here, I believe that the 5 missiles that come out of the mosque attack actually are being depicted here in the background as firework explosions. Again, another reference to 5 of them, and that just connects to some sort of New Year celebration type event happening when this attack takes place. Obviously, in the last video I said it was Islamic New Year, it's actually the Persian New Year, but I don't think that takes away from the interpretation in any way at all. Still have Saudi Arabia and Mecca on very high watch because of that. But again, the skeleton, the eyes we get a close-up of, the Antichrist eyes we get a close-up of at the end of the video. the old lady in the tower, we see again a close up of her eyes, or her eye is particularly on one side. So there was obviously something they were trying to say in relation to the eyes and the significance of them. So are we doing enough to protect our eyes from any potential viruses at the moment? That is a 100% no. Um, Obviously, walking around in hazmat suits is not something that society would handle very well. But from the interpretation that I've just made today, with the hazmat suit reflection in the child goat's eyes, the kid's eyes, it seems as if that may be required, because we have the corona, which is a reference to the eye, the iris, together, the coronavirus, you could potentially say. And just be alert, you guys. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and may the Heavenly Father bless you.